Okay, maybe you can make that a little bigger. There you go.
If I can actually, let's see here.
Now you can just.
What I can do here is, hold on. Here.
Hey, Dan, maybe for the benefit of the people that can't see, you could just explain, how the Plago app works and.
Sure. Basically, for those of you who aren't seeing this on the screen, what Plago is it's an application for Android and Apple, and there's a browser version as well in development. Where we are in the process, very, very briefly, is we are in our beta plus process for Android and for Apple. The Apple challenge in front of us right now has to do with our Apple development registration and enrollment, because Apple is a little bit more touchy about these things with new companies and all that. So that part of it, apologies to those of you who are iPhone users. We're still kind of working our way through that. But on the Android side, and I'm an Android user, I have the Beta Plus version, and it's 80% complete, and it's almost totally functional. And what it does, you can see it, those of you who are seeing the screen, what happens when you open Plago is that it gives you a map, shows you icons. You learn very quickly, mean either things that are happening now, which means today, things that are coming up in the next few weeks, things that are ongoing, and then there's things that are national or international that are happening you can tap into. And what happens is when you see something that's nearby you going on right now, you can just tap on some of the things that are going on with the little green arrow, and up pops a pop-up box that gives you just a very brief teaser, and then you tap on the see details, and what happens then is you get a screen. Let's see if I can move over here. Oh, I don't have that one. Let's see here. That's not on that one. Okay.
That's right, Dan.
That's funny. Okay, I don't know how that one worked. Basically, there's an offer that happens, and what you do is you see the offer. Then what you can do is you can either place it in a cart, buy it for other people, gift it to someone, buy for a group, or you can just tap a little button that says buy. And I'm not quite sure why. Let me just see if what happened. Oh, there it is. Okay. I see. I had it on a separate page. So those of you who are seeing this, it's basically a very straightforward, like here it says yoga classes, there's only 3 seats left. You can invite friends, there's a gallery, you can do videos, you can contact the host, you can buy, you can gift, you can put it in a cart. So there's a lot of functionality there that you can follow. And the idea is in all of this that you want to be able to essentially find the things that you like to do, although, and I won't go too sideways on this, but one of the dreams that Jim and I have for Plago is that right now, if you go to a lot of the aggregator websites, the Eventsees, even Facebook events a little bit, Eventsee or Eventbrite and some of those, their thing is we want to find out what you like to do, and then we're going to push it your way. Whereas our mission is a little bit to say, hey, look, there's things that you maybe have never done. Maybe you've never done gardening with a group in the community garden, or you've never done mountain biking, or you've never gone kayaking, or, never sat down with a bunch of people and play a board game or whatever, bird watching. So by offering these things on a map and also in the Plago, the posting directory for things that are going on now, that are coming, and so on and so forth, you see a lot of different things being offered by the hosts, and that way you can just go ahead and dive into what you might find interesting, even though you've never done it before. The other part of the functionality of Plago is that you can search by tag. You can set up searches for new locations that you save. So if you're traveling on a trip, for example, let's say I'm going down to Jupiter Beach to hang out with Tom. Well, if I have an extra few days, maybe what I can do is I can save that location just go there automatically and up will pop all the things that are going on, so I can plan for when I'm going down on a trip like that, or I can see what's going on in my daughter's area in Minneapolis. I can actually buy something for her, gift it to her for her birthday, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of different functionalities with Plago, but the real thrust of it is that, and it's a 2-track thrust, and this is very important for people to understand. Number one, there's a thrust towards individual to individual hosting to using, or seekers to hosts, which is almost unheard of. There's a little bit of that goes on with events, and there's a little bit of it that goes on with meetups. There's a little bit of it that goes on with Facebook events. There's nothing that is dedicated to putting people together, share a common experience, and one person possibly buys from another, just like Uber, just like Airbnb. And that, to me, is the magic of Plago and one of the key values. And then the other track is the sponsorship track, or the promotional track. And that's where businesses and organizations can actually jump on and say, you know what, there's value in doing activities. It might be a car dealer. A lot of you folks are in the car business, and so if I say something stupid, forgive me. But it's sort of like, we're gonna have a thing where somebody's gonna come over with a hay wagon and a banjo band, and they're going to play in the parking lot on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Why don't you come by and see our latest cars and listen to a little banjo music? They can actually post that up as a sponsor, as an activity, or the story I like to tell, and then I'll turn it back to Jim, is a lot of people like to sing karaoke, but don't necessarily have a group to go with. Well, with Plago, you can have a person who says, I'm going to host a karaoke party, maybe contest even. I'm going to invite 20 people, and we're going to go to a bar. I'll let the bar owner know, and so on and so forth. And the bar owner says, well, that's awesome. Plago brought 20 people to my bar, and this is our Thursday night, and it's usually not very busy. On Saturday night, we really want to push our karaoke, so I'm going to be a sponsor, an ongoing posting in Plago for karaoke on Saturday nights, something along those lines. So there's a lot of functionality in this application and in our platform, and I'd love to answer any questions about it later. I'll turn it back to Jim now.
Okay.